Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there on YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is the Pabst APA. Sorry for the glare there, guys. Pabst APA, American Pale Ale. This is a 16-ounce can. I believe it was 99 cents for the 16-ounce can. So this beer was introduced in 2017. It is 5% alcohol by volume, 25 IBUs. It uses All American Chinook, Liberty, and Cascade hops. And I've had this before, but it's been a long time since I've had it. And it is brewed by City Brewing. It's contract brewed, I should say, by City Brewing for Pabst. So let's give it a pour. Wow, a lot of action there. Big head buildup, as you can see. 3.5 finger, foamy white head. Nice golden appearance. There are some streaming bubbles going up the glass. It's a good looking beer in the glass for sure. Got a classic look to it. And when I hold it up to the light, there is a little bit of sediment floating around in here, kind of like, it's not thick or big chunks or anything. It's kind of like almost like dust floating around in there. But obviously that's not what it is. So it looks pretty good in the glass. The aroma, kind of a hop forward aroma. I'm getting some nice citrus notes, a little grapefruit, a little piney as well, kind of a little bit of both, a citrus and piney aroma. More on the citrus side though. A little bit of breadiness on the aroma as well. That's about it. It's definitely hop forward on the aroma, even at 25 IBUs. It does have a nice hop presence on the aroma. All right, so it smells pretty good. Without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Okay. There's some nice malt character to this beer as well. Um, you're getting some nice like barley malt notes on the palate. Some nice bready notes, like some white bread notes in the middle of the sip. The bitterness is not super high, but the hop presence is definitely up there. I mean, 25 IBUs is not super high, but they have made good use of the hops that are in this beer. You're definitely getting the citrus notes, grapefruit, maybe a little bit of tangerine in there, a little bit of pininess, but it's more fruity than piney. Um, that breadiness in the middle is very nice. And of course, it finishes with that nice hop bite. There is some bitterness on the finish, but it's not a super bitter beer. I mean, it's not IPA bitter. And that's why it's an American Pale Ale, because it doesn't quite have the IBUs to make it an IPA. It's nicely balanced. I mean, it's not my favorite beer. I would like a little bit more for this style. Within this style, I think that the Dale's Pale Ale is probably the beer to compare all pale ales to, because that is just such a classic, delightful beer, and it kind of represents the style very well, in my opinion. So every beer that I drink that's kind of falls in that range, I compare it to the Dale's Pale Ale. This is not as good as Dale's Pale Ale by Oscar Blues, but it is very enjoyable. It does have a nice hop character, a nice malt backbone as well. So it is pretty balanced. Um, Pretty light body too for the style. I mean, you could drink a few of these no problem. 5% alcohol. Not going to cause you too much, too much grief. Um, I like it. I really do. It's not quite in the excellent range for me, but it's close. I'm gonna go with an 89 out of 100. It's a B plus. It's right there. And if you said it was an A, I wouldn't argue with you. It all comes down to personal preference. But for me, it's an 89 out of 100. It is a B plus. It's a great beer. I would highly recommend it. It's at a pretty reasonable price point if you can find it in your area. I bought a few singles for 99 cents for a 16-ounce can. Um, so I would definitely recommend it. Pabst makes some great beers. This is definitely one to try, especially if you like your beers a little bit more on the hoppy side. For sure, definitely try this one. It's got some nice hop character, but it's well balanced at the same time, and it's definitely a winner. So 89 out of 100 for the Pabst APA. That'll do it. Look at the lacing there, too, guys. Nice lacing. That'll do it for this beer review. Hope you're all having a great day, and until next time, everybody, cheers.